Okay, I wasn't going to make a video like this, but since I was in a video, I'm going to make a video like this. I feel like it's easier to clarify this way than it is to get in the comment section and just try to compete for attention down there. So, what I was saying in the last video that you alluded to in the most recent video you've posted in regards to people buying something like over your shoulder, paying a price maybe you weren't willing to commit to at that given time, I feel like that's totally fine. I don't see how that there's anything wrong with that, or how people have like some weird moral compunction where they have like an entitlement to something that they're browsing about. Like a seller wants to come more times than not to a resolution quicker than not at the price that they want or higher. Like that's what a seller's looking for. So if you're willing to come in and make a process even easier, you're not browsing or you're browsing very briefly and you're giving them a price that makes them happy over and above rather than someone that's trying to negotiate down, I don't see what the issue is. Like if the person that's negotiating down isn't willing to pay the other price, they weren't willing to come out of pocket, then you weren't willing to. Like that's okay, move along. Like I don't see why you get like emotionally hurt by somebody coming. It's not like someone's coming in and actively trying to damage a negotiation where they're saying like you and the dealer are having negotiation for a card and they come in and they start going, I wouldn't pay that price, or that card doesn't really look like a nine, or that's completely different. Just coming in with opinion where you're trying to dissuade one side of the negotiation or the other for no reason, that is completely wrong. I don't agree with any of that whatsoever. No, you're probably going to get a lot of pushback from me if you came to do that. But if I'm not willing to come out of pocket yet, if I'm looking at something and someone's asking $100 and I'm thinking, man, I'd give you maybe 75 for this, and I'm not willing to come out of pocket, I'm talking 75 to you, and someone over my shoulder goes, I would give you 100 for that right now. Unless I'm willing to say I'd give you 101, I don't see how I can get offended by this guy doing that. Like he's willing to make that commitment now. That's the best thing for this dealer. As someone, I don't feel this entitlement. This hobby has this weird moral compunction with these entitlements to browsing. You don't have a one-to-one relationship with this dealer where you just decide you're considering an item. That makes you the sole person who can be there until you make a decision. Like you've been bestowed an unlimited time frame until there's none of that. Like, if you want to get something, pay the price for it. That's what I think. I don't think infringing on a deal where you're trying to be a jerk, that's wrong. But if you're willing to pay or a little overpay to what a dealer's satisfaction is, you're doing the right thing. You're moving the ecosystem along. You're saying that comps don't matter to me this much because this is something I want. The convenience of this, the way this looks, the way I feel in the moment, maybe my impulsivity, maybe I got money burning a hole, maybe I just did a good deal. Who knows what your reasoning is? But when you're moving the ecosystem along in a positive way, there's nothing wrong with that. So like begrudging someone who is willing to come in with $500, like $500 is nothing to a lot of people. Like you browsing for an hour, that's a lot of time spent. What if that other person, that $500 gamble on just the volume they saw was something where they were like, you know what? This guy over here wants to nitpick margins. I'm willing to roll dice. If someone said 2,000, I might not come out of pocket 2,000 impulsively without seeing it. But just with that volume, if she's willing to take 500, which she was, right off rip, I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's just the people are playing in different rules, and there's nothing wrong with that because everybody comes with a different skill set. And if you've got extra money, you don't have the time though, and you're willing to take some gambles, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Whereas, like with you, Chris, and I don't know if you watch this, but I would hope that you do. I've watched a lot of your videos over the years, and I really have a lot of respect for you. Really not trying to say you're wrong. I'm just saying that I don't know why you have this patience for people that aren't willing to come out of pocket, especially considering you're a dealer, bro. Like, I know it's at the end of the title, not at the beginning. I know you're a collector, man. Like, we all are. We all look at Jordan with the Santa. Who isn't a collector, man? Like, I don't know. I love this stuff. I'm all dripped out, and I'm a sports guy. You're a sports guy. So, like, this isn't you never have to justify what you're doing to me because I have so much respect for you, but I do disagree with you on this. And that's a rarity to disagree with you because a lot of times you come with the takes that are just so well thought through. Like, you just have these well drilled down, You've done all the deductive reasoning. It's all, but this one here, this morality play about what's nice and what's not. What's nice is getting the deal done. What's nice is coming with cash. What's nice is being easy. And easy is when someone goes, I'll give you 500. I'm not even going to waste your time. And someone's like, 500 was fine with me. So that's why I disagree. And for all the people in the comments who are like, I would have a tantrum. I would do this with your cards and I would hit them and you wouldn't do nothing, bro. Don't talk like that. You wouldn't do that. You would not escalate like that. Don't perpetuate that. That's not good. If you really wanted something, put a ring on it. Ask your wife. If you really wanted to commit, you would have committed, and you can't be mad when people commit. And I wouldn't be mad if someone was willing. If someone would have paid more for this than I was willing to pay, I couldn't have been mad, but I got this for a price that I was super comfortable with, and so I came out of pocket. And people might be like, you did that for Jordan with a Santa? Yeah, I did, because I thought it was funny, and I like it, and that was fine to come out of pocket for. So you can't look at the next man and pocket watch him. If he's willing to pay, you're not willing to pay. You put a ring on it. You didn't, He asked Brenda to prom. You can't be like, that was supposed to be my date. Bro, you got to go ask Brenda. You can't just sit there. Can't sit there and be mad at Dave because Dave walked over and said, hey, Brenda, prom? Brenda was like, yeah, Dave, I'll go to the prom. You don't want to do it? Bro, and it's okay to not, but don't begrudge the next guy. If he comes in and starts shit talking the trade, different story. I don't agree with that, right? Don't come in and make things problematic. But if you're coming in and you're making things positive, you're making it easy, you're making it so that this transaction goes down smooth and the cash changes hands quick and the sellers have a... Read my comment about what happens to people who hesitate on Chris's video. I appreciate your time if you watch this. Like I said, huge fan, dog. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm watching your podcast, too. Y'all doing a really good job out there. I'm Cody. You should subscribe to this channel, though. Peace.